Okay, we're good to go. John Henderson here with Mark Whitehead, and Frank the Barber Almanza is getting ready to play Phil Misson in our four-player tournament at James Boch's house.
And
And
Frank has already violated the first rule. He has not put down his phone
he has not put
during
down
his
his
match.
phone. Up at Hard Times in Sacramento, that's a ball in hand foul or something. People have learned to leave their phones. This really should be a fun match to watch. Phil Misson will shoot at a white flag, and Frank might not shoot at anything unless he's got a real good chance of making it. He's a fairly conservative player with some firepower. I mean, don't get me wrong. He can run those balls when he gets a shot. Frank and I've been friends for over 50 years. He really didn't get into one pocket until just a few years ago, and he is certainly wins his share of tournaments down at your place, down where you guys play, doesn't he, Mark?
Well, I think so. He's been playing the Hard Times in Bellflower one pocket tournament every month, and he's been talking about he's been finishing in the finals. And I said, well, finally, it's going to be time to start handicapping, and he's going to have to give everyone weight.
Well, we always touch base because the same Saturday you guys have your tournament there, we have a monthly tournament up at Hard Times in Sacramento, and we get between 35, 40 players every month, and depending on who's coming through, and hopefully Amar Kang and Rodney Morris are out of town when that tournament goes on. But here we go with the lag, and it's going to be fun, and I will be playing later against Wayne Pullen.
Well, for one thing's for sure, though, nobody can say they're going to win off the break, right? Like a nine ball, a weak break is good in this game.
It's interesting. I'm interested in, I love to commentate. I love One Pocket. Been playing it for a long time. Played all over the country, playing a lot of seniors tournaments still when they have them. And I haven't played One Pocket on a 5x10 in 30 years probably. So the break, it'll be interesting to see. I did ask around and players that were familiar with 5x10s. I think I went on onepocket.org and asked, and they mentioned just use your regular break. Don't try anything tricky. So
Now, have you ever played one pocket on one of the tables that only has two pockets?
no, as far as I know, there's very few of those. I know a friend of mine told me they had them back in Missouri back in the day, and I've seen pictures of them. It makes for some interesting banks out of the corners
Sure.
up there. But as One Pocket increases in popularity, like it has, maybe we'll see it. But I can't see a pool room doing that.
I wouldn't think so. Not unless they want to convert a billiard table.
Yeah. Okay, looks like a heavy hit on the second ball works pretty good. That's a nice break. He's going to probably come off the 8 and skin over behind them balls, I think. I can't see anything if there's anything aggressive here, he would shoot it. Like he could bank the 3 and go down table, but that one that might sneak by there. You won't want to open up the stack just yet.
What about making that?
Am I
ball?
talking too loud?
What about making that ball?
It's a
Nope. You called it. Pretty good.
yeah. I mean, it was cuttable, but you're losing maybe the game 5-6 balls if you missed it. So early in the match, not to kind of
First shot, you don't want to come out
no.
with
I
all
mean,
your
he's
marbles.
as aggressive as they get, and even he wouldn't go for that. Plus, he's left-handed, and that was a bad side for him. On the
Oh.
other side, he might shoot that shot.
That's a good observation.
If he was, on the side that Frank's on, Frank's going to have to 2 rails and try not to leave any kind of bank here. Now we are racing to 3. And we're going to play 2 matches today and resume tomorrow. 3 matches tomorrow. Me and who else? I'm teasing. And they'll be watching this back in Chicago. I know quite a few pool rooms are going to show it. You know, they're showing it in the pool room. I'm guessing Hard Times in Sacramento may have it on, may not. Nice little shot there by Frank.
He didn't use any English or anything. He just hit it straight top and let it roll
You
away.
know, Frank's a year younger than I am, so he's 76. And the problem as you get older is body movement. And if you start trying to load that ball, if you line up and then try to pivot or do something, you have a good chance of not hitting it anywhere near where you're hoping for. He's protected the break pretty well. I don't see.
I think he might end up having to just go tap that too, right?
Well, he's got an aggressive shot, or no aggressive shot here. He might send the cue ball down table in that other corner. Looks like that's what he's going to do. So Frank is going to have to go for a long one.
Well, let's see what another 6 inches on a table does, or another foot.
He may bank the 8 in back down there. I don't know. I mean, normally this shot is a 75-80% shot, but early in the match on a strange table, he might shoot the 3 because he might be able to draw around the 15. The problem there is you got to shoot so hard if you miss it, there's no telling where you're knocking the balls.
What if you knock the one down the rail and try to freeze the cue ball behind the 10 ball?
If you miss it, he's got balls that go to his hull. He's going to shoot the 6. Oh, and he had an angle to get out of trouble, too. He might have shot a hair hard. I don't know if I can't see if he can see all of the 2. Can't. So here he's got to shoot a combo. You see, he jumped up a little bit on there. It's not like shooting combo playing 9 ball where you can cut loose with it.
I can't believe that ball went between the 2 and 8 and didn't hit anything.
Well, he had a good opportunity to get several 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 balls, but 1-0. Frank missed a nice opportunity there, but he, like I say,
John, didn't you get to play in the U.S. Open and you did pretty good? I think it was one of the first ones that Mark put on in the BCA.
I'm wearing my lucky shirt from that year, 2011. I came in 7th and 8th, and the 2 guys that beat me, Chris Gentile came 2nd to Efren, and Alex Pagulayan came 3rd.
I think Rich from here, didn't he? One pocket Richard played in that. I think I watched some of that tournament.
It was brutal. My first match was Bernie Petipis from Arizona, a good player, and he slow played me, and the match took 6.5 hours. And I had 10 minutes to get ready for Gentile, and he beat me 4-0. And I've told this story many times. Frank, the barber, was there watching me, and San Jose Dick, my friend Dick. And I was dead on my feet. I had one more match at 9 o'clock at night, and I'd been playing since 11 in the morning. So they took me to the bar. I had a couple shots, put another shot in a Coke, took it to the table, and played a guy named Paul Song, who had just knocked out Parika, I think. And I played one of the best matches of my life. So I was running around for months with a flask in my pocket, but it never worked again. But I think the sugar, something got the old brain working. that one time.
Always got to keep on nutrition and always got to keep your energy level
Yeah.
up. I want you to know that I watched Frank the Barber do something that I've never seen anybody else do. There was a player named Mike DeFino down there, and they were playing APA
San Diego,
bar
Mike
box.
DeFino out of San
And
Diego.
in
Yeah.
1 year, he was the only one that beat Nick Varner. Nick Varner won every tournament that year, and he was the only one that beat him. But Mike DeFino was notorious for his slow play. And 1 year when we were in the BCA, or in the APA down there, Frank was playing the regionals, to go to nationals. So they were playing, and Mike was playing really slow. So Frank the Barber played slower than Mike did. And matter of fact, it was so slow that Mike went over and got the tournament director on Frank because he was playing so slow.
Frank plays, I think probably 8-ball on the bar table is probably his strongest game. He's a good all-around player. We've been friendly competitors for 50-plus years. But
I've never heard of that before, though. He
No,
slow played.
no.
He out slow played the slow player, and that slow player complained.
Well, this goes to show you. Adjust your style of some kind. Slowest player I ever played was Artie Bodendorfer, one of the best players supposedly ever out of Chicago back in the day. And race to 7 took 13 hours. We played another one, took 16 hours at the Derby. He was slow. I don't like this.
So what do we
I
have?
thought
A
he
1-to-1 match here, or is it the?
Oh no,
second
he's
match?
Phil's
2-to-1 Phil. Yeah.
2-1 Phil. Frank hit this bank pretty nice. Left him distance. Now he can just come off the 1. The problem is he may knock the deuce out. He's got to be careful and hit it thin. You don't want to knock the deuce out and leave an easy bank.
And if you slow roll that, what happens if you
And
miss
he's
the 1?
not. Now see, I think he can shoot the 8 and stick it right in the stack there. I'm surprised he's not shooting that.
No, I think you got to get out of trouble here. to
No, I
control.
don't. You're not leaving nothing there. And that hole's very big.
Ooh, close.
That hole is very big down there. I'd have shot the 8, I think. Because you're going to make the 12 next and be able to get out of trouble. I'm surprised he didn't, as aggressive as he normally is. I think Frank's going to roll down on the 4.
No reason to 2-rail that 4.
Well, he can shoot the
Slow roll.
1. He can shoot the 1. Oh, he's going to shoot the 3 instead. Do something with it. That follow way down. Oh, he's going to protect the 1 ball. Okay. He's going to get shot at. He's going to bank here. Same thing. Got a big hole to bank at. Cue ball goes over. He can spin down and hit this 1. Maybe be careful here.
Scratch, right? Yeah.
You hit it. Don't. See, if he hits a little thinner, he gets to the long rail and gets away. Gets out of that. He didn't want to hit it, run into that ball.
Now, how about nobody's seen going for a spot shot on this table yet? Even
He's
though
going to
there's
go
not
for.
one at 8
I
ball.
can't believe he's going to.
Would you still stick with your shot
This
about
is not
rolling that
his
8 ball?
style. This is not his style.
3 ball.
Yeah, he's just going to get it. Doesn't have room to make the 12, I don't think. But maybe if he just real close. So he just can kick. He can kick behind the 12 now. If he doesn't have a dead one, he doesn't.
Do you want to kick that hard or just real soft?
You just want to, hopefully come out and the cue ball and hide them balls, so he can't. The problem is you leave another bank.
Wow.
He's leaving him a free bank, but you didn't really have much choice there.
Well, so the tide has changed a little bit, where Frank had a little bit of advantage on the break, and now Phil's managed to turn it a little bit towards his way. How many more times do you think this game will go back and forth?
Well, several times the way that they are ducking. You
Yeah.
know, I haven't. You know, I seen Phil pass up a couple shots that I was certain he would shoot. High percentage shots for him. He really shoots straight, and he's a momentum player. When he starts running balls, he can really put it on you. But he's being pretty careful here. He's got Frank in a little bit of a problem here.
Can he come off the 10 and between the 1 and 2 without scratching there and leave him down there?
Then you don't want to break that stack up, and if he breaks a stack up and sells out, it's game over. I think he's going to come off the 8.
The 8 behind the 2?
Yeah, or
More
the 4.
precise.
Yeah,
Or the 4, yeah.
it's a very thin hit. But he can't get in trouble unless you shot it too hard and went behind the other ball. Good shot.
Yeah, that is good.
But see, it's almost like the break has reversed now. Doesn't have much here.
Can you put a power top on that 1 and bank it kind of straight, and then leave the cue ball across and behind the stack?
Well,
And
you can't get it to, you know, look at the angle. You can't get the cue ball behind the stack, and if you slam it into the deuce, you're leaving some kind of a bank probably.
Yeah, okay.
And, you know, I mean, if you want to shoot it easy into the deuce, but see, he actually can't get above. If he shoots
Yeah,
a bank,
it's-
he's got to run into them balls almost.
Yeah, that one ball's angled too much
So
in
he's
the
going to
pocket.
he's going to thin one of these balls and just try to protect. He's going to thin the 4 and go down. Oh, he's just going to take a scratch.
He didn't scratch, did he?
This is not
No.
the Phil that I've played and used
Well,
to
do you know
play.
dollar Phil or $250 Phil? Makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, he's getting out. Here's a problem for a player like him that's usually so aggressive. He may not be able to come with that shot when he does get it,
So,
because he's a gopher. You know, generally a gopher. You
so
know.
we have a game that's gone from 1-0 to 2-1 to 1-0.
See, now here we go. That took a little muscle to get that ball even down there. Frank is wiggling loose here again.
How long do you think it'll be before he picks up his old cue?
If he loses this game. It's not generally an idea. I see guys changing shafts and doing everything,
Right.
you know, because now you're building an excuse in your head. And I'm not saying I haven't done it. I've gotten ridiculed that dogged it too much. I just won a Mez cue at the last Mez tournament they had at Hard Times. They have the big one at Hard Times 8 days from now. I
Oh,
love
right,
that
right.
cue. I love that cue.
Now, did you qualify for the big gun, or you?
I don't. I only play in the ones at Hard Times. I haven't played.
So
in
you
got
gotta
to
play in the
and I'm
level.
not a 9 or a 10 ball player.
You gotta like that though.
Well, I support the pool room and play in them. My problem is I have a little shoulder problem, and when I try to play 9 ball and try to crush the balls like those good players do, I'm aching so bad the next day. But I play in them. You know, I'll play in the little gun or whatever. As you probably will come up and play in it, won't you?
I'm gonna try.
Yeah. Hard Times, they do a good job supporting tournaments. They just had a big women's tournament there, women from all over North America and Canada. And 56 players. They took 4 days to play. Now he's made a mistake here.
Yeah, that was.
Frank makes this combo. He's going to get.
Well, even if he doesn't go for a combo, he could push the 6 over and then freeze him in that stack.
No, he wants.
He wants that
This is a
combo.
very makeable shot. He's safe if he misses it, and
Oh.
then do that with the 6 if he wants.
Right.
Yeah. See, he's.
Now he can still got the option, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So 1-1.
1-1 again. These games are going to take a while. None of us are real confident or I hope it takes a while when I play Wayne. I don't know how he's going to play on this thing. Last time I played him in Houston last October.
That was in the seniors, right?
Yeah,
Frank was there too.
Yeah, Frank and I actually stayed together there, and lucky to get out alive with this. We're watching the finals, and the beepers and the sirens were going off, and they had a tornado warning.
Oh wow!
It says Jackson County, and I says, "Where are we?" And the guy said, "Jackson County." And the rain was going sideways. That's how hot. That's how brutal it was. Okay, so Phil's.
Now, is this combo set up to go?
He-
Bank, or is it too?
No,
geared
he's
into
going to
the-
have to ruin this combo goes for Phil. So
Yeah.
he's going to have to ruin this, and try not to leave. Sometimes in a situation like this, you want to do something simple. If he tries to get behind that ball, he might leave a bank. I'm just going to hit the one real thin enough not to leave a shot. It's tough here. He's got a tough little shot here.
Frank's too smart. He knows what.
See, he's got a real good chance of leaving a bank here. He's got to have real good speed and get behind the 4, and not knock the 3 too far.
Oh no!
See,
Too thick.
that was a tough spot. Now that's going to cost him four balls, maybe. Well, I don't know. He's just got to take the bank and try to get on the 1. And there's the aggressive. You see what I said? He's been ducking so much, he missed a pretty easy shot.
No, but he did leave the cue ball at least good, safe.
Well, he can just follow this down behind them balls. Be careful not to come up too high. So he's going to bank. No, he's not.
Yeah, he's got right-hand English. He's banking that ball. 1 rail.
Wow, nice shot, Frank. Good thinking. He'd have had a free shot at that 1 ball.
I think this will be the first time we've seen a ball being taken out. See what happens.
Well, the
After.
problem is you leave a shot on the 1. See, now
Right.
he can just make it. He's just forget that taking it out, because you don't know where the balls are going when you shoot a shot like that. Well, that was pretty good.
There's your aggressive player, that's for sure.
Well, it's the worst thing that can happen. Of course, he could have hung it
Yeah.
up, but he.
Well, that was much better than trying to just go for the ball in the hole and try to take 1 out, right?
Yeah, but see now he didn't get. Frank's got a combo off the 8 ball.
Right.
But if he shoots it, there's a combo on the 4 that looks pretty good if he moves that ball out of the way.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
So it's. Oh, he broke it up. Okay, good shot. But might have got. Now he left a free. He's going to shoot the 2 rail and try to break these balls up.
I got a question. How much partners pocket do you all play up in Northern California?
Very little.
Really? Very
I'd rather
rare?
get a root canal and play partners.
Yeah.
than pocket.
We used to do
I'm
a
a
lot
bad
here.
I'm a bad partner. I want people to shoot my shot. You got to leave them alone when you have a partner. I mean, we
Well-
play. There are 8 tables in the back room, and there's 6 of them are playing one pocket all day. Play a lot of one pocket there. Cheap action, no action, once in a while big action. But there's always something going on. And some pretty fair players. Okay, I don't see what he's doing here, but if it's me and I can see the 6, I'm shooting the 6.
Wow, pretty good speed.
I'll tell you what, that's great speed. He's still in trouble, though. He's going to bank the 5 over on his side and hide him.
I believe you're right.
Yeah, that shot didn't have any chance to get near the hole. I'd have shot the 6 up and waited, I think. Oh, he might have a free. He might have a.
Well, would you just hit that 3-ball hard and just stick the cue ball on the 1?
Well, what happens if it goes 2 rails and hits a 6 and knocks you back out of there? It doesn't look controllable.
Oh, I see.
To me. You know, remember this is a 10-foot table, so this is like a long way. He's just going to try and put the cue ball behind it off this other ball. Oh, he shot your shot. It worked out pretty good. I thought he was fanning the 4 and going into. I left another free bank. Phil's going to make one of these.
I find a nut every once in a while. I'm lucky.
I bow to the mover. Well, this is a problem.
Oh, let's see if he's going to pretend like he was watching Dennis Orcolo too much this week.
Well, if you back cut it, you're losing the cue ball. You might just knock it down and hide it and go to the rail. I just can't.
I think he's still got a good shot to cut it and leave it behind that 10-1. That's a good shot. You didn't have to hit it that hard to get it all the way there.
Pretty big. You're back cutting the ball. You got a good chance of coming out and leaving the 6, I think, or hit the 12 and leave the 1. He's looking.
That's true,
at
but
it.
he could overcut it, right? Maybe overcut it.
Well, you know what he could do? He could shoot it hard and draw back where it is now, and he's not leaving much. I don't think he's going to shoot. I don't know what he is going to shoot though. This is tough. I'm just going to.
Yeah, he
fan the ball and get to the rail. Boy, this gives you a better idea. Yeah. Ooh.
He had to get behind that 110.
Yeah, he had to hit more ball.
Yeah.
Or put left-handed English on it.
But in order for Phil to bank that ball and clear the 5, he's got to put a monstrous amount.
Well, he's going to shoot the
ball.
5 and draw it for the 6, I think. He wants to run some balls. He's got 5 balls here.
That was a good shot.
Yeah, you're one player. You're supposed to make that shot. That's.
So is it 2-2 now? Is that the right ball count? Or Phil just made a ball.
3-1, I think, or 3-2.
2-2. No.
Yeah. 4-1. Does Frank have 2? Yeah, I think it's 4-1. So he's going to bank these into these. Yeah.
think I need to go back to college.
4-1, yeah. 3-1.
Oh, wow.
That got things interesting, huh? Now he's got a bank, and I don't know. I might bank to 3, even though nothing happened. Send a cue ball behind them 2 balls. Must not have the right angle for it. Oh, I don't. Well, if you can see the 10, he's probably all right. You can see the 5. He's even better, but he's got to leave. Yeah, he's okay. Now he might be able to see that 10 and bank it down there. He's going to try and get behind these 2 balls. Yeah, he hit that weak. You can bank this ball. Oh, what a hit. Look at the cue ball. What a shot.
Well, we got a natural-made fort over there, so just keep leaving the ball in the fort.
He might have to take a scratch here. This is the kind of game that non-one pocket aficionados hate. Lots of moving on here. I had a guy betting on me and Artie one time, so he watched the whole thing. He said, I'd rather get needles stuck in my eyes than have to watch that again. It's going to leave distance, I guess. Uh-oh.
Double kiss. And
Oh, yeah. He's giving him too many shots. He's shooting. Oh, what's he shooting? A high ball? Well, that's kind of a little reprieve there. Four to 1, Phil Misson over Frank Almanza. There's the shirt. Oh my gosh. Frankie got a little reprieve. He got a chance to make a couple balls and then make that ball. That was game
4 to
over.
1. I think he could tie it up here easily.
Well, he's got to make this combo, then make the 1, and then go down and make the 4, and he's still in the game. And it's a pretty easy combo.
Oh boy. I think he'll go the 9 to the 11 to the 14, right?
4 to 2. I might even try to get on the 14, and if I don't get perfect, then do there. Yeah, he's not going to worry about that. He's going to stick him behind the 5 and shoot the 8 into it and clear the 8 out while he makes the ball.
Oh, that ball's deep in that pocket.
No, he's not going to do that.
No, that ball's deep. I don't know that he could. Look at that.
Ooh. Ooh, okay. Bill's got a bank.
So is that 5-3?
Not hard enough. Still a problem. Okay, yeah, I'm kicking here. Gonna have to leave my bank on the 10, but he's not been hitting them long rails very good. Frank needs to get something down
A
there.
lot of that inside English on the shot, trying to come down.
Yeah, it's a good shot. As long as that ball doesn't go by the 8. He's got to get balls. Oh, he hit that good. He hit that good. Pardon. Oh, thanks. Good shot. Got a little angle. Now he's going to play a combo on 13. If he makes this, he's going to win this game. What a turnaround.
5 to 5.
5 to 5.
It's getting exciting. I had to get up on the edge of the couch.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's what that fast shooting will do to you.
Did he shoot it real fast?
Not that fast. When I do shoot that fast, I'm going off.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can be fairly. I mean, once I make up my mind. I guess he didn't have the angle to get up on the 8. I just two-railed this out of there.
But if he hits the 3,
Well, he might have crossover. I can't see the angle. Yeah, I think he can cross it over.
But will he hit the 3?
No, I'd two-rail the 3 out of there or try to cross
Yeah.
the 7, but it looks a little tight on the 3, and if you nick the 3, unless he's going to slam them out of there, I don't know.
Wow.
Oh, good shot. I didn't know he had room to do that.
I've seen Frank do a bank like that and knock a ball out of the way with a cue ball so that he could complete his bank.
Yeah. Okay, he's going to try something funny here. I might have kicked at that ball. Miss the 8, come down, bump, bump.
Well, we have our first hill.
Yeah,
opponent.
Frank's 7 to 5. He's gonna play the score here, I think. He better. Yeah, he's gonna try and. We're gonna see some ducking here. He's taking the heat. He was played the cue ball back down. Now Frank can bank the 8, but the danger is leaving the 10 straight in. But you only need one. You might get behind her, might hide it. It's a good shot.
I think he could bank the 8 and bring the cue ball around for the 3.
It'll go behind the 10 ball.
Go
You just
behind
don't
the
want to
10
get
and
it
keep it
straight in
going.
on this slower table. So he overdid it and left. Ooh, we got lucky here. Yeah. He got lucky here. It could have been a disaster. He's not going to try combo, is he? He's going to try something goofy. All he's got to do is put a little side English on. Oh, I'd shoot the easier bank rank. Certainly ought to get this close without leaving any kind of shot.
Wow, look at that. There it is.
That's close enough.
So the double kisses on this table, do you think it's the same as normal? The same rules apply?
Oh, yeah. You see what happened? That was interesting. You know, Phil played so conservative for him. He had a couple shots early that I can't believe he didn't go for. One of them with the stack protected, and he gets 2 balls. He didn't go for it. And then when he got behind, he gets aggressive instead of going behind the log. Pretty interesting.
Okay. Did you talk to Geraldine?
Well, I gotta hydrate you after you beat me up.
Thank you.
So Efren could bank that 2 ball back all the way to his hole, right? Off the rail with the cue ball. I don't know
You
how
can go
often
rail
he's
first?
successful. Yeah, going rail first.
Well, he's in a tough spot here. If he tries that, he could lose the cue ball, go out and leave him a straight in.
Well, the only ball you'd have to worry about if he did it is the 10, right? Or the
But if you shoot it hard enough to get back to your hole,
yeah.
you're going to do that. So I think you can just, if you kick it easy, you might scratch. You want to hit the top side of it. It's a little tough spot here. What's he doing? I might take a scratch here myself, just shoot behind the deuce. He did all right. Getting hungry. My opponent just showed up. I was hoping he got a flat tire.
What now?
No, Wayne just got here.
Oh. Yeah, no forfeits for you.
I don't even like to get buys. I want to play. I love to play.
I'm sure we could find somebody around here to gladly substitute.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, this is an interesting shot. Must not have an angle to get by for the bank. It looks to me like if he can force follow it. I don't like this. Well, I think he can roll the 3. Took a foul, yeah. Well, that does create a problem. And he's got to hit this ball with perfect speed right in the center.
I think there was
He doesn't want to roll down and leave a shot on that other. It's there.
There was a situation
Right there.
similar to this in our Colo match. There wasn't quite the 10 ball there that was in the hole, but Dennis went for that 3 down the rail like it was a straight in shot.
They are straight ins for Dennis. I mean, he made a million of them. I mean, and Scott. For a guy that really hasn't been in much action, Scott played a lot better than people think, but he was just up against a monster. You know, Dennis was banking, running out.
So is it pool skill versus one pocket knowledge? His pool skills are just too good.
Well, but he can play. I mean, he's a U.S. Open one pocket winner, you know, a few years back. It ain't like he hasn't played his share of one pocket. He's been in action all over the country. Scott's been busy trying to open a new pool room. I was just surprised he agreed to the match. Not that he wouldn't have a chance in his top form, but he obviously, stamina was an issue, I think, with him because he got, you know. But he fought back. He fought back. They both played pretty good. It was interesting to watch. Frank's in a little bit of a grind here. And I am rolling down and bumping the 8 and letting him sail here, which may not be a good thing because he can go rail first on the 5 and get position. Make him shoot the combo.
Looks like he's going to foul.
He's going to take a scratch. I don't like it. Both
So
have a
is that,
scratch.
-1 to -1?
I mean, he can make this ball off the 5. I guess he can't jack up. I guess that was probably a better. Oh, look at here.
Ooh.
We still left a
That's so
bank.
close.
Still left a bank. Not a real good one.
I think that bank goes.
From here it looks, from the other angle it looks a little tough. And you have you have to stick it, so you're not playing position. You're playing position for the other bank.
No, but sticking it is fine. It gives you another bank.
Yeah. No, he's going to go for it.
You got, you know, with the extra long table, you got extra time for that ball to kind of find that groove in the rail.
Well, he's got to stun it a little bit, I think, to keep the cue ball out of the way. He's not going to shoot it, see? Going to kick the 10.
Oh, now, oh, look at this. I had the wrong shot.
Here's the thing. If anybody thinks you can shoot that shot and you're wanting to hit the back side of it, they're wrong. If he hits the bottom side of it, he gets it out of there and the cue ball goes into the stack. So if he hits it in the center, he double kisses it. So it was a pretty high percentage shot to get away with. And he almost really got away with it. Did pretty good as it is. Do you feel wants to?
Now, if you were aggressive, would you go behind it and hit the ball into the 8 and let it go towards your pocket and try to leave the cue ball off table differently? In other words, not trying to go up
On that
the
shot?
back of it. What is that a bad
Well,
shot?
he's trying to hit it, period. He
Yeah.
just got lucky and hit it on the backside.
But if he'd have gone
He's hoping
two
to hit
rails
it on the backside, but you
but
got
2 rails into the
yeah, he'd have gone
backside
into
of-
the stack. If he hits it thin and knocks it up table, he's going to go into the stack. This was the best possible scenario, other than making it. Now I don't know if Phil's trying to get behind this ball. Now there was a nice shot. There was a nice aggressive shot, but Frank might make this and get behind the 10. Unless he's got room to throw this.
I think the 10 is a sure shot. I don't know if he can get another shot after.
Oh yeah, he's going to get it over there and hide it. Well, he made sure. See, if he'd hit it thinner, he could have slid up, maybe got on the 6. Now he's going to clear these balls out. And looks like they both still owe a ball.
Well, Frank's got 2 balls to protect. I think he's going to do his best to keep him there.
I don't understand. He's going to just stick it and take that out. Hoping to hit it thin, but he didn't want to lose the cue ball. See, I don't like this. I just kick it to 5. We hit it pretty thin, though. Yes, I wouldn't. He's a kind of treed here, so I just rolled down a bank to 5 out. You got an easy bank, and you might win the game. He'd like to shot a little harder, I think. But then if you go too hard, you leave a bank shot on the 11. So I don't know if
If you don't make this, you're going to leave a bank back, right?
Well, he's going to get it off. He might be out here. He's might be close to it. Nope. He didn't like the angle. Now Frank's got a nice shot.
I think, he owes one, though.
Mm-hmm.
Frank can make the first bank. He can run the...
Well, if the 6 goes, it's hard to tell from this angle. If the 6 goes,
Yeah, I
he
don't
can
think
follow down for the 5.
Just looking at the 8.
Looks to me like it goes. He's looking at banking that and drawing into the 15. I don't know. So maybe the 6 doesn't get by the 8. You got to be careful here, but if he can get a ball over and hide him. He went balls out for it. Oh, too bad. Can't shoot either one of them.
Can you shoot the 10?
Well,
No.
he's going to have to come off one of them balls by his hole and just go down to the end rail. See, he barely got to the hole to make the ball as it is, so he really hit it as good as he could. He just got a little bad luck.
So the rule on a 5x10 is you need to develop your stroke.
Not really. You know, I mean, the table is a little not as quick as we're used to, but what's he doing now? I don't know about this one. He's gonna shoot the 6 and get it up there. Oh, nice hit. Okay, shoots pretty good out of the tree. One to nothing. Phil Misson over Frank Almanza.
How important is it to leave that guy on that bottom rail every time?
You know, some of the old time guys can do either that or froze to a ball. Some of them, that's what you're looking at all the time. And in a long session, that'll break you down too. You know, you need to swing at some balls once in a while.
You know, a player we don't talk about in town very much is Larry, and that man be as able to leave you on the
Moto,
back of
are
a
you
ball.
talking about Larry Evans?
Yeah, that man is able to leave you on the back of a ball, frozen to back of a ball, better than anybody I've
There
seen.
was years ago. There was another L.A. Mo that ran around with Jimmy Brown, Youngblood. He was a credit character. But yeah, I got lucky when I started hanging around Sixth and Western once in a while down in L.A. Louis, the house man, told us, you know, he told me he liked me because I used to gamble with Hawaiian Brian a lot, and he was in with Brian, and he said, two guys you shouldn't play, John. He said, Moto, they called him then, Larry Evans, and Cecil Tugwell. He says, you can't beat either one of them, so leave them alone. And of course, he was right.
And did you try?
I did try when Larry was living up in San Francisco. He was living in San Jose a few years back. I played him a couple times at California Billiards when they were in Mountain View. I didn't like it. I tried.
I've seen him in the past few weeks. He was at Lakewood Billiards, Family Billiards.
They tell me he plays little cards when he's not playing pool.
Yeah, he's got a steady work. He's been working for a long time. Same
Works
place.
at Disneyland, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Mechanic or something there. He's a very, very good one-pocket player.
I have played him
Larry
for 5 a
Evans.
game many a time.
Very good one-pocket player.
Yeah, so that was very nice. Matter of fact, I think he barked at me that time I saw him. He said, let's play some for 5 or 10 a game.
See, now, this is a tricky shot. He might end up just giving him this ball. If you try to get behind it and you dig it too much, you might scratch. If you double kiss it, you leave a bank. So, okay, I'm banking at this ball if I'm Phil. You're going to leave the cue ball way
Do
down.
you think he was trying to double kiss that and made it? Or
He
do you
didn't
think
want to
he
come
did
up
that?
quite so high. He got a little reckless when he made up his mind and hit it a little thinner than he wanted. He just wanted to get on the rail. He did protect the 11 ball, which is what he's wanted to do. But I'm banking this ball if I'm Phil. But he's not going to. He's not shooting like I expected. Yes, he is. He's going downhill with it. So I think he can kick behind. If he can get by the 6, he can kick behind this and get it out. And if you're real bold, you can go for the 11 and take it out with the cue ball. Problem is you're losing the cue ball with another ball down there. Good shot. Not too fancy, but effective. It's 2-0 to Phil Misson over Frank Almanza. Frank Almanza won the first game. It's a race to 3. And there's 4 of us here playing double elimination. At 2 o'clock, I will play Wayne Pullen. Wayne and Phil both play out of, oh boy, both play out of Santa Monica, House of Billiards. Nice, just nothing there but pool. Have you ever played there, Mark?
I play there very rarely.
They play billiards there and 1 pocket and 9 ball. Some straight pool too, I guess. But there's no. I don't think
Yeah,
there's a
they've even had
jukebox in
straight
there.
pool leagues, I think there.
Yeah,
and,
they play. It's nothing but pool. Good equipment.
they got 1 pocket. Richard plays out of there.
That's where he played out of, and his wife. She's played more than him lately. I heard he's going to start playing again.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Someone told me that he was thinking of starting to play again. Thinking about it and doing it it's another thing. I met Rich many years ago. I didn't know who he was, and I had some business with Joe Porper. So I drove down to, you gonna leave a bank? No, good speed. I drove down to L.A. and I was practicing in Northridge someplace, and the guy said, "Say, you look like you can play. You looking for a little action?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I play some 50 a game with somebody." He says, "Well, there's a young guy working construction not far from here. I can call him. Nice bank there. He's gonna have to make it for him." So in walks this guy who obviously been working, got a dirty shirt and a beeper on, and you can tell he'd been working hard. And he said, "Well, how much would you like to play for?" And I thought, well, 100 a game, I told him, because I'm thinking I'm stealing. And he beats me 6 games in a row. Rich's game is very deceiving.
Oh.
He doesn't, not very flashy. He just doesn't make mistakes. He hides the balls well. He doesn't. So I didn't believe it, and I tried him again in Las Vegas a few months later with the same result. Never won a game. So I think I've played him in a tournament a time or two since, but when he was playing all the time, he was an awful good player. See, Frank is looking at this 10, Paul, because it looks like it's dead. He doesn't want to leave him anything to bank into it. 3-0, Phil Misson over Frank Almanza.
Joe Porper's nickname was Jerusalem Joe.
Yes, that's what we used to call him.
Is that what you used
And
to
the
do?
funny thing is, he was in with me. I told him I got a little action, and he was in with me. So he come up and had to hand me $300. He didn't like it. He said, "Well, you don't play like you used to." And I said, "Listen, this guy plays pretty good."
Now I know he's still got the Joe Porper, but I haven't really heard of anything. Is he still? What's he doing now?
I heard he's up there. He's aged. He may or may not have some health issues. I don't know. I haven't talked to him or seen anything. I was involved with that Mad Dog tournaments that he was putting on, races to 2. And I was running it for him, Northern California. I was running Q Sports Journal then. Yeah, race to 2, Mad Dog. It had a great logo with a big dog with a 9 ball in its mouth. We had little local qualifying tournaments. We had a big tournament that George Michaels won at Edgy's Billiards. Look out. Look out. Ooh. See, just this game, he just let up on the stroke a little bit there instead of moving the hand up. And now he's got 2, and Frank's got a chance to get some back.
So I heard that Joe was so strong he could almost pick up a end of a pool table, almost just like with his hand. He was like super strong. I heard.
I didn't know that. He's not a big man.
No. I also heard that he had a Guinness Book of World Record for being able to balance a pool cue anywhere on his body.
I wouldn't want to see that one. Oh my gosh.
We that's one that's worthy of googling on the internet, isn't it? For the Guinness.
We could spend hours playing with that one. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to hang around one of the other house of billiards. You know, they are franchise, or they not franchise. There were four of them at one time, I believe. Of course, Santa Monica is still there, and Studio City. But there used to be a lot of action in Studio City, a lot of games. And they used to have a nice nine-ball tournament. Frank and I used to go play there over 50 years ago, $20 nine-ball tournament once a month. I won a couple of them. He won a million of them. Well, this game is going to take a while. Funny thing, before the tournament, and I was talking to Phil, he said, well, this is not going to take no hour and a half. Well, guess what, Phil?
They're not even finished
When
their
one
second
guy
game.
goes behind the log and plays a lot of oil, you have to too, or you're in trouble.
There's no joke book on this Guinness book.
Oh, there's not. So that's a rumor. That's a made up. I'm making up my own facts. It's a fake.
If you tell
fake
it,
news.
if you tell it enough, it's true. You have potential for
You know
to
who
be a
told me that?
politician.
Brooklyn Butch. So I probably shouldn't have believed it.
I'll tell you how I met Brooklyn Butch. I was a snooker player before I was a pool player, and I went down to, it wasn't the House of Billiards, it was another billiard something in Hollywood. And they had a 5-10 snooker table, so I'm playing this guy 5 a game snooker, and I'm stalling like crazy. I got him stuck 3 games, and the guy I know walks in. He says, "What are you doing here, John?" And I says, "Well, I'm playing this guy 5 a game." He says, "If he finds out you're stalling, he'll probably knock you out and turn the table over on you." He says he's a pretty good guy. So Butch miraculously won the next 3 games, and we became fast friends. But I knew a guy that knew Butch when he was the bouncer. When he was a young man, he was the bouncer at 7-Eleven back in Brooklyn. And that was supposed to be a tough joint. Frank wants to bank this 6. He's trying to see what he can do. I don't think he's going to do it. And then, of course, he does what I didn't think he will do. What do I know? And he will get shot at here.
No, Frank
See, there's
has
a
one. Phil had to make one for him.
Can he spin down and get a bank on the 6 here? Oh, see, he's. Uh-oh. There's going to be 3 balls out there for Frank now.
Are they playing full ball over the line?
You know, I didn't ask that. Base of the ball, probably, huh? Base of the ball. Yeah, he's got to lose the cue ball a little here to get it down there enough. He'd like to come off that rail a couple, 3 inches. Okay, he's got to stroke this. Yeah.
What's Wait a minute. There's no rule against picking up laptops during your match. Is that what Phil was doing?
He's probably doing a little business here. See that? I would have went rail first on that one. Sent the cue ball up table. You got a good chance to make it. I didn't like that crossover. In order to throw it down enough to make it, you'd had to really slam that ball.
So what are the house rules concerning laptops and sportsmanlike conduct?
Evidently, they don't have any.
I got in trouble recently. I was playing a kind of a fun league, and they had played the guy on twice on the same table, and they called my match with him on the same time on the same table. And I was being very passive aggressive, and I said, tournament director, if you think it's okay that he plays 3 times on the same table, it's perfectly fine with me.
He's not going to shoot this
I got
three
in
ball.
trouble.
I got it. Okay. Well, at hard times in any tournament, if your phone rings, it's an automatic foul or loss of game, depending on how the tournament director feels that day. So he takes it very seriously. That's the worst thing that can happen to you in this game is get scratchitis. And we all get it. Costs you one and usually more. But happens to aggressive players more. But that was just a little unfamiliarity with the table. He dug in behind it a little too much. That ball is over. Evidently. He's conducting a little business over there. Oh, it's not over. Pretty good shot. So it's 4-1. Nothing gets by me. Now he's got to stay still in this and not slide over to the left, and he's not in any trouble. Oh boy. Things are running good. He's gonna have to play the cue ball down table. I'd kick at this ball too if in my next shot. Big ball to kick at and can't get in trouble. So he no longer has any ball. See, he could have shot off the 10 and done that too. I didn't like giving up a ball there. Now Frank's going to put both balls on the rail and try to hide this. Kind of like that, except...
It's got to hit a rail.
Oh, I thought he took a... Well, he might kick behind this with mustard. That's all he can do.
I think trying to kick at that ball is tough. I think he can.
Not a lot of mustard, but enough to make sure you hit it.
Is it better to try to bury him like behind in that stack?
Well, you're just prolonging the agony here. He's probably got a good angle that he's got, you know.
Yeah, he's going to make it level then.
See, this pretty nice little shot. He does a lot better when he strokes them than when he tries to be. I told you he's not playing his normally aggressive game. You can tell it in his stroke. And Frank Smart player that he is, will just play the score. He's got to be careful he doesn't leave a cross bank on the 5. I might just fan the 5 and come back down to the end rail. Keep it on my side of the table. He's got other plans there. Yeah, he can bank it on his side and send the cue ball down to the end rail. Or cut it in. I didn't even think of that. Wow, nice hit. Now he's going to put it over and try to hide him again. And if you're running good, you get a dead combo. This game's a lot of fun when you're running good. He's got, nice shot, but Frank's got a bank.
Now, will he stiff that cue ball to keep
All
it?
he's got to do is stun it and keep it from going down underneath
Yeah.
them balls. Don't have to draw it much. He can do it with spin. However, he likes to bank, probably a little low left.
But what he doesn't want to do is let it go like below that stack down there, right?
Yeah, this is a fairly high percentage shot on this equipment, even though it's a 10-foot table. He's going to get it close anyway. Okay, he's going to have to shoot one of these times, and this is, no, not yet. Oh, he did. Yeah. See, that's a big ball to hit coming out of there.
Sure.
I don't know if he can take it out hitting it head on, or if he can just go to the rail with it.
So when Frank was kind of leave the ball between the 5 and a cue ball, that's kind of a golf shot, right? You do that a lot.
Yeah. He had a nice little shot there. They hold on a little high. Now he's going to bank it back over there, too. He's jerking his stroke. You see him standing up and you're getting a little frustrated. 3 scratches in a game will do that to you. Having been there a million times myself. Now Frank's got a pretty free shot. He might run into the 11 here. If he doesn't, I don't think he'll leave a shot on the 5. He's got good speed. Yeah. He can just shoot this. He's going to try to get some shape. And he got a little trouble. Now he owes 1 and he sold out 2. Anyway, got it far enough. No, he's a little frustrated, just up and shooting. He's not taking his time. See, when you're running good, life is good. Going for the combo. So it's 4-1, 4-0. Oh, he made a ball and scratch.
Yeah, 4-0.
And it's going to be 6 in a minute. A little hard, but a good shot. Hard. See, when he was worried about the scratch. Gonna shoot both of them over there? He's playing a combo? Or just cutting it?
Oh, that's really deep.
Oh, he's just cutting it. Cut. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a bank.
could cost a couple balls. Nope. Whacked it. Too close to it. He's gotta be careful here, that scratch angle's in here. He's making those off-angle shots very well. He's made quite a few of them. Combo again. No good. This is it. Two to nothing, Frank Almanza over Phil Misson. Frank's breaking on the hill. You're gonna take a little break? No?
It's Frank's break.
Hmm?
It's Frank's break.
Yeah, he broke first and third. And I'm gonna take a little break.
Okay, guys. Phil has to run a quick errand. Actually, I think he forgot to go to the bank to get his entry fee. So he's gonna go to the bank and get that handled. Don't worry. I don't think he's running out on the gig. Okay, so we're going to take a 10-15 minute break, and thanks for watching, everybody. It's now 2-0, Frank Almanza playing Phil Misson. So hang tight. 10 minutes and we'll be back.